morning, and thank you all for being here today. My name is Dan McAllister. I'm San Diego County Treasurer Tax Collector, and for the record, it's D-A-N, capital M-C, capital A-L-L-I-S-T-E-R. And we are here this morning to roll out our new tax bill, something we do every year at this same time, because the law says that we have to mail tax bills out to all people who own parcels of land or real estate in San Diego County. I am pleased to say that this year we have more parcels to tax than we did last year, which is a good sign that things are starting to pick up in the economy. Another sign, and that's positive. It will yield more dollars for the county once these taxes are paid, and that's a positive sign. And our collection rate is up to 98%. Which is also something that taxpayers should be proud of, because we pay when we get the bill in San Diego. This year, we are sending out 654 tax bills. This is an increase of 1,781 over last year. That's very good, because it means that new taxable parcels are coming online and more people will be paying taxes than previously. The increase that I talked about will be an increase of $30 million more in tax receipts that we bring in as a result of this billing, and that's very positive. I think that the other side of what we wanted to talk about this morning, though, are payment options and new payment ideals. We always say save time and pay online. We now, as of this year, will accept all major credit cards, including American Express, which was not the case previously. American Express, MasterCard, Visa, and Discover when paying online or by phone. And that's very easy to do. Cash will not be accepted at any of our branch locations from now on. We will only accept cash payments for taxes in this office at the CAC, the County Administration Center in downtown San Diego. It's important also to note that because of the new construction work going on here, people should plan ahead and not try to rush down here the last day or the last hour of the last day on December 10th to pay what is owed, because it will result in a backlog, I think, of people, and that's not fun. So we would ask people to pay early, and if they're going to pay in person, come by and pay us. The other thing that is an option and is our biggest growth area right now is something called e-check. People can go online and pay by e-check as long as they make previous arrangements with their bank to do so. It's a free service. It's easy to do from home. All you need to do is hook up online, and it will receipt automatically what it is you do when you pay your tax bill. And you'll have that receipt as a permanent record of payment of the taxes. Now, there are two other things that need to be covered here. One is the right to appeal the assessed valuation of the property. People have the right until November 30th to file an appeal on their assessment. And the assessed valuation shows up on the tax bill, and if they have any kind of discrepancy or concern that it's not accurate or it's too high, then they have the right to appeal under the law. And November 30th is the date by which they must file that appeal. We also would like to say that if there is information that is needed on assessments, the assessor's office number is 619-531-5507, and they are always available to answer any questions about assessments that people might have. Now, this is a reiteration of what we've seen before, but the taxes are due officially November 1st, and they are late as of midnight on December 10th. That will be Monday this year, Monday, December 10th. We would encourage people again to pay early, or at least pay by the due date, because they will get hit with a 10% penalty immediately if they don't pay on time. And then last but certainly not least, and that is if property owners have moved or if they've sold their property in the last year and they also have not received a tax bill, by November 1st, they should call our office and we will provide them with a duplicate tax bill. That's very easy to do. We have a toll-free number to do that, 877-829-4732. And I think that with that said, I'd be happy to talk to any of the issues that we've raised today. Here's the bill, and this is a pie chart of what was showing up this past year, and is also on the insert, but what was paid this past year. Remember, we take a snapshot in time, and it only looks backwards, it doesn't look forward. So there you have it. Are there questions?
These 1,700 new properties you said, are these properties that were in foreclosure or the bank owned and now people have owned them so you can actually tax them, or where do these new properties come from?
These would be new taxable parcels. If properties were in foreclosure or in a short sale mode, they were already being taxed, and the banks were paying the taxes on them. So these would be new homes, new buildings, new taxable parcels that people might have subdivided since last taxable year.
Or the new property that's going in Mission Valley, right?
It could be anywhere, really, throughout the county, from north, south, east, or west. But if somebody built an apartment building, if somebody built an office building, if somebody built new condos, that might have 4 condos in it, or 5, that would be 4 or 5 new taxable parcels. If somebody builds a new house, that is a new taxable parcel.
You
had said you're getting $30 million more dollars, and it's a good thing. And I know it's on your pie chart there, but can you explain why it's a good thing? Because the money goes to help do everything.
Well, when the economic cycle started to take a downturn a few years ago, it meant that we were taking in less money each year. And for the first couple of years, we took in about $50 million less the first year, about $48 million less the second year, and last year we were up in terms of revenues a little bit. This is the first noticeable increase by $30 million that we've seen in the last few years. A lot of it, of course, is attributable to the new parcels that are going to be taxed, but it's not all 1,700 parcels that are going to account for $30 more million. The last part of that answer, though, is that because all 18 cities and all 42 school districts in the county of San Diego benefit from monies that come in through taxes, that means all of those entities will be better off than they were last year by $30 million total. Does that help?
Yeah.
Okay. You got another
Yeah,
question?
my last question is, so if you want to appeal how much you got assessed for, you still got to pay on time while you're waiting for the appeal process, right?
I'm glad you brought that up, and it's absolutely true. We ask, and the law requires, that people pay their taxes on time. If they don't, they'll be charged a late fee. So if you appeal your tax assessment, don't wait to pay your taxes. Go ahead, pay the taxes, and if the assessor says the property is entitled to a refund, we will send out a refund check. And remember, this year we've sent out almost $15 million in refunds already to people who appealed their taxes and were granted that appeal.